Skateficionados, thank you for joining me in my very first roll in my new Seba highs. When I recently skated my hockey blade into the ground, Pro Skaters Place contacted me to see if they could help. I expressed my intention to switch to Seba and asked them if they knew how I could get my next skate sponsored. Their answer was to sponsor my next skate. You can imagine that I was very pleased. Pro Skaters Place gave me a few choices of various Seba models most suitable for the city flow. I chose the Seba High Skate, a skate that I had previously envied, in a price range I could suggest to my inline friends. It's not enough to be better than a bike, you must be cheaper than a bike as well. I rarely shy away from last year's models. To me it's a matter of cosmetics, and about $100 in savings. The Seba High 2012 fulfilled all my functional and aesthetic requirements perfectly. Now, if other inline companies want to send me their latest skate models for trial or review, I'd roll them all. Yes, even the insanely expensive ones, if I have to. I thought there'd be no better place than the rink to get to know these beasts. But I get bored very quickly here. Without a hockey stick, there's puck all to do. I'd love to use more of these car-mounted shots in the future. Stacy at the wheel insists that I should be skating faster. Even said something like, "Sorry, I thought you were faster." You should be. I'd have to agree. If I can match her lead foot on the straightaway, I would be onto something. Next time I'll skate faster and perhaps convince Stacy to consider me lamer than she'd want me to be. Another car mount. This one is my fave, but when you have a car in front of you, these wheel-gripping tar serpents fly past fast. Hence the weaving. It gives me something to do, I guess. The wheels that come with the high are 80mm and 85A wheels. Have a satin grip. Just beautiful. The stopping power is consistent, but more vehement than I'm used to. I can already feel that I have complete boot clearance for long strides, and I'm especially surprised how natural the cuff feels. With good forward flexion and a fairly low cut back, these blades have as much mobility as my hockey skates. Because these skates are heavier, however, foot speed is bound to be affected, but I did not find myself cursing my sluggish feet at any point. Here we are on Queen Street in the beaches of Toronto, or Toronto. I requested that Schumacher take a pit stop in the hopes that I can convince her to conserve rubber and slow down a smidge. Live to race another day. Back to the new Seba High skate. The reasons were multiple for my switch. Firstly, I wanted a skate with more support for the ankles. City skating on hockey skates can sometimes feel like mountain biking on a 10-speed. I also wanted a skate which had a familiar frame length to the hockey skate for maneuverability. The frame needed to elevate the boot enough that I retain full clearance on the stride and power stop. Supported cuff and shock absorption for the big landings and mixed terrain is also key. My skating is bringing me to places where I need help from equipment. The terrain I'm rolling in hockey skates sometimes inflicts a series of soft tissue injuries, wear on the tendons and ligaments which are just a little too exposed on a regular basis. I am counting on my new skates to support my fragile little ankles. No room around the toes and no slippage in the boot after the second skate, where I learned to lace tight and buckle at medium firmness. The skate fit so closely when I first tried it on, I thought it must be the wrong size, too small. I started to feel embarrassed. Had I given Pro Skaters Place the wrong size. Classic amateur move. Pro Skaters Place, however, knew their product and skaters. I remembered they both had warned me separately that the skate would fit tighter than my hockey skate, and that it would give after a few sessions. After lacing up that first time, I gave it 5 minutes sitting, wearing skates that felt like wraps. Then I began to feel more comfortable, almost normal. I actually really enjoyed my first session in them. On my second session, I stopped feeling my skates altogether when skating. It even took me a half hour to take them off after I got home. The transition from hockey skate to Seba is not that profound. The Sebas simply feel like armored hockey skates. Bring on the skate apocalypse. Always gets back to that. I'm happy to jump ship to Seba. I see signs that they see a future in inline skating and want to support the participants and audience. They sponsor emerging events like Skate Cross, make engaging videos, and have a product line that reflects consumer needs. They have woken up and smelled the tarmac. People are using their skates for city skating, and almost all of Seba's skates are highly skatable. Lately, I've been feeling like city skaters are winning. There is a trend among city skaters online to be encouraging and impressed by each other's efforts. I see more people wearing their skates through my city. The world is having to learn to deal with us all over again. When I shot and uploaded my first skate video, I expected to be inundated with a ton of anti-inline hate or scornful comments from aggressive skaters. While I do get the odd criticism for skipping banister grinds, there are many more thousands out there like me. Those who have seen the same tear-blurred flow of a swift night skate, those driven by the same compulsion to seek the fluid rip through urban settings, to transport their beings through space with a series of expressions. It's because of these very seekers that I roll in free skates from Pro Skaters Place. The audience for my skate vids in particular is encouraging, positive, and inquisitive. It's little wonder that I've wound up in contact with a skate supplier that possesses those very qualities. I still rate the hockey skate highly. Every specialized piece of equipment has its advantages and drawbacks. The Seba High, however, does not feel so specialized. It feels like a hybrid. Like I threw my near bulletproof Solomons and super light Bowers into the closet together for too long. They had a baby who grew up, worked out, dressed well, and voila, the next levolution. As I alluded to earlier, it is very important that the new skates jive with my brand identity. The red details are super cool, and while they're not Pinto Pony orange, they are subtle and not in competition. I think the worst color for me would be white skates, or should I say dirt colored skates? Yeah, I should say it. I just did. I have heard that some skaters experienced a prolonged break-in period with the Saba High, as much as 3 to 4 weeks. It's possible I experienced almost no break-in time because my cranked-up hockey skates and years of skating may have changed the vascularity of my lower leg. Perhaps new capillaries formed to deliver oxygen and remove lactic acid more efficiently over the years based on demand. There are other factors such as development of new foot muscles or changes in posture that can affect blood flow or support pain in the foot when switching gear. I can see why it would take occasional skaters a month to become comfortable. Oh mate, that's really clever too. You were up all night last night, were you, mate? Back to my favorite new shot. I am on a slight smooth incline. She would have been gone if I did not have this significant advantage. Another aspect of the shot that can be improved is lighting. Less shadow, more light. I could choose to film at a different time of day. Around 3 o'clock would be better. Less shadow, more light. Again, when I gain the jets to skate closer, this aspect won't matter so much. Here in review, I'm surprised to see myself doing the right thing finally, by ignoring the camera and looking for tar snakes. The weave is the only way to gauge what's coming when you've got even a small car in front of you. The real answer would be a scooter or mountain bike with a camera mount. Someday, my friends. After all, I'm ripping in a skate that's called the High. And that means it's time for me and my videos to level up. There she goes again, driving off without me. I should tell her I've seen lost kittens crossing this road lately. No, I shouldn't. Gotta end it. That's it. I'm out of gas. Time to retreat and imagine what other places these foot jets will bring me to next.
I once had a geography teacher that would play films for us backwards when he had the time. His name was Earl Clint and he rocked. This slow-mo is in the Earl Clint tradition.